Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I want to talk about how our value system when it comes to steel in the knife world is completely and totally broken. It has far too much power and influence over our purchasing decisions. It's causing a massive amount of misinformation to be spread. And there are people who have developed long-term systems of value that are solely based on the steel that's being used on the knife. And that's a problem. I am not a knife maker. I'm not a metallurgist. I'm not somebody who buys or sells steel. I'm just a guy who likes knives. I have been doing YouTube for 3.5 years now, and I've been involved in the knife world for about 12 years, but I'm not a professional in any sense of the word. I have here recently talked with some steel manufacturers, along with some manufacturers of knives, and just some custom knife makers, and I'm going to share with you guys some information. The whole goal here is, if you have ever thought to yourself, or maybe commented, that knife is overpriced because it's using X steel, this video is for you. I removed every single knife on the table just now to get the attention of certain people. I know that there were people watching who were going over each individual knife in their minds. Some of those people could tell me what each individual knife was, how much it costs, and what blade steel it was utilizing. And I know that amidst those people are people who would tell me that they have determined whether or not each individual knife was a good or bad value solely based on those elements. Was that you? I wrote this out in a way that'll hopefully help make sense of what I'm saying in this video. I've got 3 different categories of steel here. I did not write out every single steel in existence. Really, I just wrote out steels that we're all fairly familiar with in the user, collector, enthusiast knife world. We have 3 categories here: budget, mid-range, and premium, and those words are in quotes because those are words that we use to refer to these steels in an extremely generic sense. In the budget category, we have 8CR13 MOV, AUS8, 440C, and D2. In the mid-range category, we have VG10, 154CM, M390, and 14C28N. In the premium category, we have a whole bunch of steels that you guys are probably familiar with. I'm not going to go over them, right? The way that I have this laid out here suggests that I'm saying that everything here is better than everything here. And everything here is better than everything here. Given that information, I'm sure you're saying, wait a minute. So VG10 is better than D2? And it's listed as the same as 14C28N? Whoa, wait a minute. S30V is premium? And it's in the same category as Maximum? This guy's living in the past. We got to move this steel. This steel is definitely better than this one. We got to make a subcategory here. This is better than this. And this is way more valuable than... If you're doing that right now, you're proving my point. It's actually not laid out like that at all. These steels in the budget category, these steels simply cost less to create than these steels here, and these steels cost less to create than these steels here. It has nothing to do with what steel is considered better. I mean, are steels definitely, are some steels going to cost more than others? Well, yeah, right? These steels will all definitely cost more than these steels over here. And I mean like how much it costs to create them and for knife makers and manufacturers to buy that stuff, right? It's really inexpensive for them to buy this stuff. It's a little bit more expensive for them to buy this stuff or stuff like it. And it's definitely more expensive for them to buy stuff like this. Let's play a game. I'm going to give you guys 4 examples of knives utilizing premium steel. And at the end of it, I want you to ask yourself which knife you think costs the most money. The first knife is a titanium frame lock utilizing S30V steel. The second knife is a titanium frame lock utilizing S45VN steel. The third knife is a titanium frame lock utilizing cts-xhp steel. And the fourth knife is a titanium frame lock utilizing M390 steel. Which knife is the most expensive? If you answered any of the knives, you were wrong. Now, if you stepped back and asked, wait, I feel like I don't hardly have any information here. Are these all production knives? Are they being made by the same company? Is the company located in China or Italy or the United States? Or are they all made by different people? Are any of them custom, right? All of these, right? That's the way that you should be thinking. Those are the questions that you should be asking. All of those elements that we just covered there are elements that will dramatically alter the final cost of the product, right? Here's the problem. The people who did answer, a lot of them were using nothing more than this to determine which knife was the most expensive. Is that what happened in your brain? Hey, listen, I know you're thinking, dude, Complex, you are being so condescending. Like, don't patronize us with this, right? I used to think like this too. It's hard to pull away from that. In fact, I would be lying to you if right now, when I go shopping for knives, if I don't light up when I see M390 and 20CV. We have got to break the chains of this. Let's throw it up against S30V. Does M390 cost more than S30V, right? Just like you're a knife manufacturer, knife maker. You're trying to buy this from you're trying to buy, let's say 20CV, because CPM 20CV and CPM S30V are both made by Crucible. The difference in the cost between S30V and 20CV from Crucible is so minimal, right? 20CV is going to cost a little bit more, and it's also going to be a little bit harder to machine, right? But the cost of the material, right, is just between the two. It's so close together, right? But M390's got better edge retention, right? That's an element that might make more or less sense to you in some environment that you're going to use the knife, but that's not what we use to determine the value of the steel, right? It's just the steel. What you want to do is ask yourself, why am I buying this? What's the purpose for buying this? Am I going to use it? If I'm going to use it, where am I going to use it? How am I going to use it? Do I need toughness? Do I care about corrosion resistance? Is edge retention all that important to me? How good am I at sharpening it, right? Ask yourself that. Then ask yourself, where is it made? Who's making it? How is it being made? How long does it take to make? Those are the types of questions that you want to ask. Now, obviously, I don't want to see $800 knives utilizing steels like HCR13 MOV. But if you're one of those people who's running around telling other people that a knife with a premium price tag must be utilizing a premium steel like CPM 20CV, stop doing that. You're giving people the wrong information, and it's not helpful. So, to conclude here, are there steels that cost more to create than other steels? Yes. Is that the only element that you should be using to determine whether or not the knife's final price is the appropriate price? No. You have to be aware of all of those other elements, whether you care about them or not. Now, your own personal sense of value, absolutely. You can take into consideration those elements that actually matter to you. But what you are determining is personal value, not universal value. Unfortunately, universal value is how it's being presented. M390 is more premium than S30V. Is a very generic statement, and it's actually making it more confusing for new people. Determine your own value with your own opinions on what matters to you, but you cannot dismiss all of the other elements that are involved with the creation of the final knife. That's going to be pretty much it today, guys. I hope that you found this video at least mildly entertaining. I hope that some of you got something out of this. I hope that some of this was made a little bit more clear, especially for those of you who are new. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.